Hey viewers, what's going on? Boomsoon here, and today we have something different. Finally, Battlefield Hardline has been released. After quite a while of delays and updates about the game's going to come out now, oh hang on a minute, no it's going to come out now, no we're actually going to release it now. Finally the game is out, and I'm playing it, and it's been out in the US for a couple of days now, I believe, 3 days more. And then, came out the 17th there and 20th here, finally in the UK. I finally got the game. And honestly, I haven't stopped playing the game since it came out and since I've been able to play it. I did have a couple of I did have some time while I was away, so I got back a little bit later than I would have been able to. When the game came out, I believe the first thing on the 20th of March. Obviously, like I said, I was away, so I only got to play it around about 4 or 5 o'clock. That was kind of annoying, but honestly, there's nothing I could have done about that. But I did get a solid amount of time in. I think enough time in order to give a good sort of first initial thoughts on it, with some extra added bits, because of course I played all the beta, I played both of those as much as I possibly could, so I think I have a good understanding of how the game mostly works. Now straight away I'll get into some good parts. Now some of the good parts is it's still a Battlefield game. There are still features of it that are Battlefield. It still feels that way. But it's different. It's now really fast. It's a pretty damn fast game, and it's very fun. You will not have played a Battlefield game that is that fast. You won't even have played a Battlefield mode that's this fast. The game is just brilliant and really fun because of that. Honestly, it can be a little bit annoying at times. Like if you're not the fast type of player, I can easily see how you wouldn't enjoy this game. But most people can usually adapt, if not. Are versatile and can play slow or fast. Now before I get any further, I will quickly say, if you hear a voice in the background of this video, that's actually in the gameplay. The problem was, I personally play better when I have external audio coming in, like a song or a YouTube video. I ended up leaving a video running. If you can tell me who the video is by, then you get a free digital cookie, and I'll leave it down in the description for you. Now either way, back straight to the video. This game is definitely different enough in order to make it itself. It is definitely a Battlefield game, but it's not the standard Battlefield game that's like everything else. It's not Battlefield 4.3 or 4.5 or 4.9 even, it's nothing like that. It is its own separate game, but still within the Battlefield franchise. Though this does have some down features, as there are things that people will miss from Battlefield. Obviously, there's stuff like tanks and helicopters and jets. People are going to miss those. Personally, I'll be honest, I won't really miss those too much. They aren't too really my favourite sort of thing, but I can definitely see how people will miss them. And honestly, I will miss them at least a little bit. It's always fun to jump in a tank or a helicopter every now and then. And also, if you're worried about what the launch was like, personally, as I found it, this launch was billions of times better than Battlefield 4. If you played Battlefield 4 at launch, it was pretty bad, but that's to be said, there are still some freezing issues. Right here you can see the game does in fact go up and instantly freeze. This happened more than once. It is annoying. I had to go to the task manager and actually close the game down from there. Now that was actually really annoying. I got stressed out about that. It happened 6 times in around about 7 hours of playing a multiplayer and campaign, and that's kind of acceptable. But the worst thing about it is it doesn't even tell you it's crashed. You can easily think you're still in the game, spend hours and hours and hours thinking that it's going to be back in a minute, but actually you've crashed. Thankfully, I was able to work out quickly that no, the game has completely frozen solid. But I can imagine some people will eventually have complications with that. If not, me getting complications myself if I haven't already seen this kind of problem. Another problem I have is I found it personally hard to adjust visually and gameplay. I've said about the new fast gameplay, but that's easily something that anyone can overcome, just like I said. But the main problem I personally have is whenever I play a new game, it takes me a while to adjust visually. For an example, I can't exactly focus too well on the game, and everything sort of seems a little bit out of sync. It's kind of hard to explain. If you have the same problem as me, and you don't yet know the reason why, I'm in the same boat as me, I have no idea why. But if you're different to me and you have the same reason, you have the same problem, but you know why it happens, I'd like to find out. Honestly, it's not a too big problem. It takes me 5 hours to get used to a game, and then if I don't play it for about 2 or 3 days, it takes me about an hour to get back into it then. It's not a huge problem, just something weird that always happens, but it seemed to happen more with this game than any other one I've ever had before. And a few other things, there are some minor bugs, some minor issues. There are a few netcode problems. I've had a lot of times where I've been behind cover I just stuck down and I've been shot, and I think, wait, what the hell? I was behind cover, or even I've been shooting a guy and I've seen two guys. I've put a good amount of rounds into the first one, maybe like 10 rounds, and then put 7 into the other one, and one of them dies and the other one doesn't, and it's just like, wait, hang on a minute. I was definitely should have been 2 kills right there. Honestly, those are things that will eventually be smoothed out by the game. It's not a huge problem, but it's just something to watch out for if you ever get annoyed or aggravated by that. That's probably the reason why. So yeah, a few other things, a few final things. Shotguns I find are just awful, don't bother using them. The ARs are still the best, the assault class is still the best, and overall this is an incredibly fun game. I really like this game. I'm probably going to buy Premium, but when I say probably I mean most likely, it just depends when I'm going to get it. I definitely recommend getting this game, maybe not for the single player, but if I had to give it a review score, I'd say maybe like, it's not within the 9 range, definitely not. Personally, I don't believe giving 10s, and even then a 9 is just something that's unbelievable. But I think this game is more for me, maybe like a 7.9 or maybe an 8.1. It's good, but what brings it down is the campaign and a few minor issues and stuff that I'm not too fond of in the game, namely the RPG. But until then, guys, my name is Monsoon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Monsoon, out.